All right, guys, what is up? So, a lot of you, probably all of you, have never scaled to 100K a month on your Shopify store. Thankfully, I've done it probably 20 different times. So, I'm going to give you a real world example here. My latest one, this year, 2025, where I literally took a brand new store. And this isn't even one of my stores. It was one of my friends that had a new product that's patented. That's a high ticket product that costs literally over $150. And it's super niche and specific. I mean, I'll tell you, it's called Curl ankle weights. They're patented, world's heaviest ankle weights. It was actually pretty difficult to scale. Um, but for me, it wasn't because I'm goaded. And you know what's funny is that they actually got another creative agency, or not creative agency, another ad agency that was really big and orthodox and whatever. I was like, guys, you don't need them. I promise you, they are going to run you into the ground, which every single ad agency does. There is probably a handful of ad agencies that it can actually help you grow. And I wouldn't suggest going with an ad agency until you're at like 500 to a million plus a month, and then you can hire one for the main reason of taking away or giving you more bandwidth. That's literally the only reason you should add, just increasing your team size. So, um, and also another thing with agencies, if the owner himself is currently running or has done a lot of stores, in his past, that's a green flag. If it's someone who's never ran their own stores or isn't currently running their own stores, then red flag, guys. Don't just do your own stuff. Okay, so we started running ads, and let me pull up the Shopify here just to show you guys. We started running ads, or we hit the refresh, literally like Christmas Eve. Like, as you can see here, December is only $2,500. I mean, I'll go to December just to show you guys. So this is December of last year, so literally like a week before 2025. And we'll just go to like this week right here. And you can see here, these are just like test orders. We started running ads literally, yeah, December 24th, and then we started scaling up. So within 3 months, I was able to scale them with stock issues, by the way, with stock issues. I was able to scale them to over 100,000 in a month. So we scaled up, stock issues, had to scale back down, but we're still able to do $25,000 to $30,000 a month on a brand new company that no one's ever heard of before, on a brand new ad account, brand new everything, guys, literally. And I was able to scale them. Now the other company, this other huge agency that's really big in Miami, that's like 15 grand a month. They only, in that same time period, they only got $3,000 in sales. It is crazy. And I was actually reaming them out about it. I was like, guys, like, they were on the calls, like, oh, we're gonna do all this interest targeting, blah 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 blah. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, no, I was actually reaming them out. I was like, why are you guys doing interest targeting when Meta targets on the ad level? This is such a fundamental thing that you have to understand about Meta, guys. And I'm gonna get into this like right now. Is that Meta targets on the ad level? Okay, ad level. Okay, it targets on the ad level. You see this tab right here where it says ads? This is where it's doing its targeting, okay? You see this ad right here? That spent, what did this ad spend? This ad spent almost $2,000 and almost got almost $3,700. This is super profitable. This is like a 2 ROAS. Yeah, 2 ROAS. This is profitable for us. And you can see here, pretty simple, nothing crazy. World's heaviest strap weights. And then have some pretty simple copy here. But guys, Meta will do the targeting on the ad level. This ad is probably being shown to men who go to the gym because it's showing a man working out his shoulders. And then in the ad itself, I'm also saying like workouts, strap weights, patent design, comfortable fit, Pilates, stuff like this. So it's gonna show to people that are gonna be relevant to my ad copy. So guys, when you are launching ads, okay, when you're launching, not even launching, when you're making creatives, you do your targeting in the creatives themselves, okay? Because Meta will scan your creative. It's going to scan your landing page. They're going to send bots to it. They're going to understand everything about your offer, okay? And then they're going to show it to relevant people. So in your primary text, in your creative, you have to target your customer. If you start targeting your customer more strategically, more strict in your ads and your creatives, I promise you're going to see a lift in conversions because you're going to be targeting your ideal customer because you are doing it in the ad itself. Okay, let's go over your setup. So you notice I have several campaigns here, but really only one of them takes up most of the spend. So you see here $40,000 in spend, $72,000 in returns. Okay. So earlier this year, the strategy before Andromeda came out, which started getting rolled out in 2025, late 2024 into 2025, and Meta started rolling out all these updates. Before, I believed that each ad set could be a different concept. Now, I will say that it's still okay to do this. If you have a lot of ads and you have a lot of different concepts, then I think it's okay to still do the ad set. However, I kind of switched over to putting everything into one ad set and kind of even maxing that out. And then usually sometimes I'll do like one campaign for testing and one campaign for scaling. So whatever creative starts scaling in the testing campaign, I'll pull the post ID and move it into the scaling campaign. So the testing campaign always gets new spend on new creatives. So this is the setup. So I would put 3 to 5 creatives in each ad set, and that was it, guys. You don't need to overcomplicate this, okay? Consolidation is the word of the day, the word of the year. Consolidation in your ad account, okay? Consolidate your ad account to just 1 to 2 campaigns, guys. You don't need more than that. You can scale to hundreds of thousands of dollars a month with just 1 or 2 campaigns. Literally, I'm not kidding you. Stop overcomplicating your ad account. Stop overthinking. Stop touching your ads, okay? You know what I do? When I launch a campaign, I don't even look at it for 7 days, okay? Why would I tempt myself to screw with the ad, okay? Meta needs to optimize, okay? The more people clicking your shit, the more conversions you get, the more data Meta gets, and the more it optimizes, okay? I've seen ads completely turn around in 7 days. All right, it's like crap 7 days, after 7 days, 7 or so days, it could be 5 to 10 days, whatever. And then they turn around because they're optimized. So guys, this is the best advice that I can give you. I promise you it works. Consolidate your ad campaigns. Even if you have like 1 million campaigns right now, that's how you're screwing yourself. Consolidate them into one account. Now, when I mean by consolidations, by SKU, okay? So, like have one campaign for this one SKU and then have another campaign for another SKU. If you're running in multiple different countries, then yes, you would do different campaigns for those different countries too. So consolidation down to the SKU is super important. And you guys, look, if you have 25 ads, just throw them all into one ad set. If you're going to add another 25 next week, you can make another ad set and add those in. Stop making campaigns, guys. You don't need to do that. You're just literally you're confusing the algorithm. Just put everything into one campaign. So that's the setup, guys. And it's a CBO, no targeting. So literally, look, I'll take you through this. So you create sales. Most of you guys are going to be sales, okay? And then name your campaign. So campaign budget. So this is called CBO. This is like how the veterans call it. It's called campaign budget now and ad set budget, but we call it CBO because it stands for campaign budget optimization, and ABO stands for ad set budget optimization. Now, everyone has their own way of running ads. Some people really like ABOs. I suggest ABOs if you have a lot of budget. Okay, if you have like $1,000 a day to blow, $5,000 a day to blow, then do ABOs because like you can force budget into tests and find your winners faster. But if you're balling on a budget, which most people are, then just do a CBO, guys. At the end of the day, it's your creatives and your offer that matter. Once you get up to scale and you really want to force and you just want results super quickly, then yeah, you can blow a bunch of money at $100 a day minimum per ad set on an ABO. But like most of you guys aren't going to do that. So just do a CBO. And I would recommend $100 a day minimum. Okay? Don't even run ads if you can't do $100 a day, guys. Like really. And then I would suggest having at least 25 ads for sure, like 25 to like 30-ish ads for $100 a day. That's it. That's the first page. You press next. Of course, your website, maximize conversions, your pixel, and always optimize for purchase. Don't look at anything else. Purchase only. I mean, you guys want purchases, right? You don't want add to carts. Purchase. Okay. That's it. Don't do anything else unless you're changing the location. That's it. Or if you're doing custom audiences, that's it. Okay. Don't touch anything else. Next, broad. Always go broad. And then select your Facebook pages. Manual upload, single image or videos, guys. I always uncheck multi-advertiser ads because if you guys scroll on Instagram, which you probably do, you'll see that sometimes in stories and reels that there'll be like 4 different ads, and like who the hell even looks at that? I see them, I'm just like, this is trash. I don't want my ad showing up in that. So that's what this is. So uncheck this. I think it's a waste of money. And also, they don't actually give you any data on this. Like, is multi-advertiser ads actually giving me incremental value? They don't tell you. So uncheck it. Okay. URL. Now, depending on whether or not you guys have a lot of SKUs, you can keep this on. Just very dependent on like how many SKUs you have. If you just have one product, then it's like you don't really need to check this. Press none for this. Guys, a lot of people miss this. Press none. You don't want to be getting random calls. It's ridiculous. Okay, ad creative. So I'm going to do an example here. So we'll go to media, and I will just upload a creative. And guys, I recommend making all your creatives in 4x5 because 4x5 goes to all placements. And you can essentially keep this in original. As you can see here, square, original, vertical, original, horizontal, original. You can keep this all original, and it'll show in all placements and save you the most money. Now, if you really want to get like efficient and like be a media buyer god, then, or just having the highest efficiency, make all yours in 9x16, but keep everything in a 4x5, 4x5 or 1x1. I like 4x5 because it takes up the most space on Instagram feeds and Facebook feeds. Okay, 4x5 is bigger than 1x1. The reason I say do a 9x16 and then keep the content in a 4x5 is because on stories and reels, when this shows up, it's just going to show the 4x5. It kind of looks not aesthetic. If you do a 9x16 and keep the content in a 4x5, it looks way better because like now on like stories and reels, the whole screen's taken up by your colors, your ad, but the content is in a 4x5. So that way you can still say original, 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 and it'll still show the 4x5 content on the feeds properly. Okay, so we're just going to do some random stuff here. Always do shop now, guys, especially if you're selling physical products. Most of you guys will be shop now. Okay, guys, enhancements, turn all of them off. I'm going to say it again. Turn all of them off, okay? These will screw you if you don't do this. I promise you. Number one, they don't tell you any incremental value for any of these. Number one. Number two, these screw up all the time. You guys may have seen ads that look super weird, funky, weird music. Guys, turn all these AI enhancements off. Every single one of my media buyer friends, including everyone that's running a massive company or doing media buying for massive companies, agencies, whatever, everyone in the industry that actually knows what they're doing turns all these off, okay? You don't need any of these. Turn all them off. These will literally like ruin your ads. Again, Meta does not tell you any incremental value, no KPIs, no nothing on these, okay? As of right now, I'm sure they're doing this as a test for, I mean, they've had these for like a year or two now. I'm sure they're coming out with data, but until that happens, no one's trusting this. So don't turn any of these on. Boom, now you have got a great ad, and now you're optimized to scale. And guys, that's pretty much it. And then, as you can see here, after you get this ad set up, you can duplicate it, switch out the creatives and stuff like that. But that's all you got to do, guys. Okay, and just let this cook, let this simmer, let this broil in the Meta Ads Manager for 7 days, and then come back. If it's profitable, then double the budget. Okay, it's scaling, dude. Guys, media buying is not hard. I can teach a monkey how to media buy in 5 minutes. Okay, 95% of the success on Facebook ads is going to be in your creatives. So you're watching this video right now thinking that, oh my gosh, I don't know what media buying strategy to do, what Facebook strategy. Guys, it doesn't matter. The way I just showed you is the best way, okay? Like, I think it starts to matter once you start spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on ads. And then the structure can become more efficient, okay? But when you're first starting off, or even when you're scaling up to several $100,000 a month, this basic structure works. And you don't need to do anything else, okay? You're going to hear all this noise, cost caps, big caps, ABOs, blah, blah, blah. Block it all out. Focus on your creatives. Every single brand that is successful in Meta, every single person running ads in Meta will tell you that the media buying accounts for like 5 to 10% of the success. The rest of it is the creatives and the offer. You have to have good creatives, okay? And obviously a good product too. If the product's working, then people will buy it. But you need to have good creatives so Meta can find those people, okay? I cannot stress this enough. To put all of your energy into making good creatives, okay? That is where your energy should be going, okay? Not media buying. So yeah, that's how you set that up. And in regards to like tracking this stuff, guys, like I mean, the KPIs you should be looking at, and I'll go super quickly over what they should look like. So for example, I have some KPIs here. So for example, I have like CPM, CPC, CTR, um, frequency, added cart, size of payment, ROAS, AOV. So the main ones I really look at, guys, is purchases. Whatever's getting the most purchases, I'm going to scale. Now, a lot of you will focus on ROAS. It's called NC ROAS, new customer ROAS. Okay. If your business model is dependent on a one-time purchase, it's probably not a good business model, guys. You need to have some sort of recurring revenue in your business, some sort of way that customers can come back. Now, if you have really, really good margins on your product, let's say you're selling a higher ticket product, or you have a banger product that, for example, let's say you have a tech product and your margins are like 80%, then yes, you can definitely scale on NC ROAS, but you must be able to find a way to increase your LTV or at least increase your AOV, because like scaling, honestly guys, ROAS is a vanity metric. Okay, you cannot scale on just ROAS. Most companies out there scale on a 6 to 12 month LTV. Let's say their 12-month LTV is $600. They're going to be paying $300 for a new purchase. Even if that purchase costs them only gives them $100 in revenue, they will pay $300 for a purchase because they know in 12 months that they're going to make that money back plus more. Okay, so I'm telling you right now, you need to figure out how to increase your AOV as high as possible. That goes into your offer, and I'll come up with more videos about that later. Just comment on what you want me to talk about. But like increasing your AOV, increasing your offer and stuff, like that's going to be super, super helpful to help you scale at an NC ROAS. But guys, remember, ROAS is a vanity metric, okay? You cannot scale on just ROAS. For example, like let's go into like this campaign right here, and let's go into these ad sets, and let's organize these by ROAS. Okay, so we have 1.92 here. We have 1.54. Let's see. Actually, amount spent is probably a better way to do this. Okay. So notice how some of these with less spend have much higher ROAS. 2.83. Okay. 1.97. 2.31. 2. So notice how the less money I spend, the higher the ROAS. Why is that? This is going to come down to understanding how the Meta app platform works. Do not turn off ads that are poor performing if they have a bad ROAS for a couple of days. Why? Because Meta will automatically put ads in different awareness levels for your customers. If you guys don't know what awareness level is, you have to look this up. Awareness level pyramid. Unaware, problem aware, solution aware, most aware. Okay? Let's say this ad set is being shown to unaware people. All right, this is the cold ad set. Okay, this is top of funnel, unaware people seeing this, or whatever my highest awareness level is. It's going to vary per industry, per niche, whatever. Okay, now these ones down here. Let's say this one with a 2.83 ROAS. You're like, well, this has a $40 purchase. This costs $10 less than your main ad set, and then like it literally looking here, my other purchases are $70. It's costing $20, $30 less than your other ones. Why don't you scale this one? Well, because Meta is showing this to people that have probably already seen my ads. And it's probably showing it to people who are problem aware, solution aware. So high, like closer to the bottom of the funnel. And that's not scalable in the sense of like I can just bump budgets and be like, oh, all of the spend's going to go to this one. Well, no, because this ad set at the top is leading to scale. This is showing at top of funnel. Meta decides to show these ads to the top of funnel, and then it's showing these ads to bottom of funnel people. So this is why I want everything to be consolidated, because everything works together as an ecosystem with Meta, okay? So if an ad set for even this one, like this is I got 30 purchases at a 1.54, like that's kind of break even for us, but like why would I turn that off? Is that if that's going to get me more purchases down the funnel? You see what I'm saying here? So unless there's an ad that's like super obvious, it's just blowing money, like you spent $500 and no purchase, and yes, turn that off. Sometimes Meta will fuck up like that. But for most of the time, guys, you don't need to turn off ads that are bad performing based off ROAS, because those people that are seeing those ads will see these other ads and then eventually purchase. If you turn that ad off, they're not going to see that ad, and then Meta has to go find another ad to replace that one. You see what I'm saying? So, especially even if it's just for a day, like don't turn off that ad. Even for 3 or 4 days, don't turn it off. Let it run. And if it's clearly obvious that it's losing you money, like if it's really poor, then yes, turn it off. But there's a reason why these other ad sets have higher purchases. And there's a reason why this is not spending as much as the top one, because this is being shown to bottom of funnel people. Notice how the frequency is higher. This is literally proving my point. Frequency is higher on this one because it's showing it to people again and again. So, guys, if you have any other questions, this is like the most sauce you'll find on YouTube, by the way, because like I actually do this. But if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and comment. I'll make videos on whatever the hell you guys want. All you gotta do is just go download my Shopify app. Please just download my app and leave a review, and you can literally book a call with me too, dude. I will audit your ad account, and help you guys out. But I just want to grow this YouTube channel because I'm prepping for some crazy stuff. But I'm just like slowly getting my views right now. Dude, I don't care if I get 1 view in these, bro. I'm just setting myself up for the future. Next year it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, guys. Check the description, download my Shopify app. If you have any issues, book a call with me and contact us. And leave a review. But book a call with me if you need any help. But yeah, hope you guys like this. Leave a comment on whatever you want me to talk sauce about.